Hi, I'm Rob, and I'm here today to talk about operational friction that keeps you from moving as fast as you need to on the digital shelf. The digital shelf, in e-commerce in general, speed matters tremendously. It matters so much more than it did in the traditional brick world. Amazon can launch a new brand from a cold start in 3 months. Speed matters. Amazon, Grainger, Wayfair, all the digital native channels that are out there that are doing huge volumes online are constantly tweaking their websites, tweaking the consumer experiences that they're delivering, asking for new types of content, experimenting with voice and 3D image spins and all kinds of stuff all the time. The brands that move fast to take advantage of changes in the market and new opportunities are the ones that are going to succeed. The brands that were early to Amazon are the ones that are winning on Amazon right now. When social media platforms launch buy buttons to compete with Amazon with new routes to market, the Instagrams and the Snapchats and whatnot of the world, the brands that are going to be first to those are going to be the ones that learn the most early and are going to be able to grow market share the most on those new platforms. So speed is everything, but older manufacturers in particular have lots of systems and processes set up that prohibit the types of agility and speed that are needed to actually win in this world. So I'm going to talk about 3 of them today. The first is fragmented data. Just go on Google and Google MarTech stack. If you're a large organization of any kind, you don't have to just be a manufacturer, but any kind of large organization, and you're doing marketing online, you have like 50 different types of software that you use to orchestrate going to market online. And that means that data about your customers, about who's viewing you, about the performance of your products, about your brand, is fragmented along a bunch of different systems. Here at Salsify, we literally have a couple dozen different systems that are used between sales and marketing teams to orchestrate our performance, mostly online. So keeping the data synchronized between these systems can be a full-time job. My personal view here is just as ERP systems in the 90s brought together lots of different back office categories of software into one platform that made it a lot easier to report across different capabilities such as general ledger and purchasing and whatnot. Though that type of consolidation is due for the MarTech stack, and we're starting to see that already with product experience management for digital shelf execution. The second type of friction are organizational silos. These are people silos that made a lot of sense in the big box retail world and make a lot less sense online. So your supply chain group and your marketing group that buys media and your sales reps, you could have them on 3 totally different teams in an old world. But in the new world on Amazon, where being in stock or out of stock impacts search rankings, which impacts sales and impacts media ad performance, those things are really tightly coupled. Right? So the different groups, the different types of people that are collaborating here need to be more tightly integrated. For most teams, the brand team owns Instagram and owns social media. What if you can transact on Instagram? Is that now a brand problem? Is it still a brand problem? Is it just a brand problem? Well, yeah, but the lines are really blurred. What if you're launching your own direct-to-consumer site? Is that, and let's say that you use your .com to do it. Is that your branding site? Is that your purchase site? So I think that the lines are blurring between these organizations, and the old divisions between responsibilities, the old titles don't make as much sense anymore. The third specific area for manufacturers that adds friction to the process is in lots of categories. They're what we call toll roads. We got a whole other video about this, but these are organizations that intermediate your relationship with the retailer. So, just intuitively, if there are people between you and a retailer, things are going to take longer, right? It means that there's an extra hop where information has to go through. It's another communication where things can get lost. And in particular, the way that most of the toll roads that are out there that operate, like the Item Masters and Gladsons and whatnot of the world, they're going to recreate content for you that already exists. So if you're a brand and you've got a good branding presence and you've got a good social media presence and you've taken photos of your products, you've got most of what you need to get it online, and all they're doing is adding friction between you and getting a product live, between you and refreshing the packaging of a product. That's why, like on Peapod, you'll see Coca-Cola cans with the 4th of July flag on them in December, right? The update didn't happen because these things add friction to it. So if you're a brand manufacturer and you're looking to create speed and agility and you're looking to win on the digital shelf, you got to be looking at how you can remove as much of this as possible. The brands that are going to continue to gain market share are going to be the ones that move fast and take advantage of new market opportunities. The ones that don't change their systems and processes and people and partners that they're working with to move towards agility, to move towards speed, are just going to be losing market share over time.